Well, it's 7:33 a.m. and counting. Good morning to you. Welcome to another exciting, exhilarating sport breakfast right here on Magic 22.9 FM. It's a beautiful new week. It's the 26th day of May 2025. Samuel Okoro is my name officially. You can also call me Enigma. I've got Judo Chang in the building this lovely Monday morning. Good morning to you, OJ Ferrari.
Well, good morning to you, Samuel. Good morning to our esteemed listeners. Beautiful week. Welcome you to the show.
Into the tick of the action this morning, where it's all about Rafael Nadal, the big man himself. What exactly is happening to Rafael Nadal? Well, let's tell you this.
We show the world that we can fight as hard as possible, but in a good way, being good colleagues and respect each other very well. And for me, mean a lot that you are, all of you here. David is there, some more are probably here. But you gave me some hard time on court, honestly, no. But I really enjoyed a lot, pushing myself to the limit every single to compete with all of you.
Well, of course, it's the final farewell bid for Rafael Nadal in the French Open, and the Big Four reunite there. It doesn't get bigger than this. Rafa, Roger, Novak and Andy Murray, all of the big names in the modern era tennis are reuniting for Rafael Nadal. Or the names roll off the tongue for the modern day tennis fan as quickly as, of course, you know, the Beatles gig. I don't want to mention their names, of course, this is not an entertainment show. But then, this fabulous four, or the Big Four as they are known, of the ATP Tour post-millennium golden era, are not seen together much these days, with Rafael Nadal becoming the third of the group to retire at the end of the year. But he, Roger Federer, Novak Djokovic and Andy Murray reunited yesterday as the French Open gave an emotional farewell to its 14-time champion, OJ. It's not every day we see someone in this mood of greatness. And for him to say au revoir certainly is a big feat.
Well, it's a big feat. He's giving so much to the sport. He's a legend of the sport. He's inspired a lot of the tennis guys, even on tour these days. The Alcarazes of this world, the teams of this world, the Medvedevs of this world were all inspired by, the achievement of Rafael, of the Big Four, the Big Three, I would rather even say. No disrespect to Andy Murray in this context. I think it's getting more of a Big Three than a Big Four thing. But for Nadal, Sam, he said he built amazing rivalries, of course, during the course of their career, in a good way. You don't get to see rivals all of the time speaking well of themselves.
Yeah.
But in this case, their rivalries were only felt on the court. There was never really any bad mouthing, outside of the court. It was just purely professional banter, for these guys. And for him to finally get the farewell that he deserves, you can understand the emotions. Of course, I flew yesterday. I saw that as well. I felt a bit of chills in my body.
Wow, really?
Goosebumps. Yes, of course. For a man who dominated the clay court tennis for all the while. You can understand what that meant, for him and his fans. One of his fans, of course, who's in the building.
It means so much to us that you're saying this.
Yeah, but I love the fact that you also know that that let me spoil this thing. I want to just allow me to just go. If I remind you that Novak Djokovic is still very much, of course, on.
He has not won anything since last year.
But we did hear that for the French people go see how far. But Sam, it was an emotional, like I said, really. You could feel the energy across, the court yesterday. Everyone wanted to have a glimpse of this great. When you talk about greatness, this is greatness personified. He embodies what doggedness is, embodies what hard work is, embodies what talent is. you don't just see this in any other person like that. There are people who are talented, no doubt, but there are people who are hardworking and talented.
True.
And that's what Nadal was all about. There were times when he was match points down, sets down, you could see that desire to fight and recover. And he did a lot of the Grand Slams he won. Okay, maybe 14, yeah. Of those 14, I could see maybe even more than half of them, he was on the brink, for instance, at those finals or at those tournaments. But he was still able to get back into it and made the name for himself. I just hope that he's not going to be even forgotten anytime soon, because he's done so much already. You look at what Roger Federer did, what Novak is doing as well. That these are people who gave us an understanding of what tennis, of the beauty of tennis, the competitive nature of tennis, and we can't forget them in a hurry. So kudos to him, really. Whatever, as he bows out, whatever he decides to do from now on, it could be management, it could be anything really. I'm sure a lot of his supporters will be wishing him well.
Okay, all the best to Rafael Nadal. Meanwhile,